CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you decided to join us on this Monday, December 8th. One person is in critical condition after a collision that closed Highway 101 in Timmins yesterday. The road was shut down between Lawrence Street and Bristol Road around 6 p.m. Sunday. Police reopened the highway about 5 hours later. The investigation into the cause of the crash is ongoing. An early morning fire in Sudbury yesterday is under investigation. Crews were called to Bruce Avenue around 5 a.m. to find a truck engulfed in flames. They were able to get the fire quickly under control. No one was hurt. The cause of the blaze has not been determined. Unsettled weather is coming for some northern communities. When is the snow arriving? To tell us more, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Tony, tomorrow we'll get the snow, periods of snow, and the squalls are back in Sault Ste. Marie and, of course, in Sudbury. We'll take a look at some of the areas affected. First, we've got some warnings with the squalls right now, as you can see in the areas outlined right now by Environment Canada, and that will continue into tomorrow as well. First Take on Weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at CAA. Here it comes, all that snow for tomorrow in Greater Sudbury. 10 to 20 centimeters are expected. Tony, details coming up minutes away.
Thanks for that, Rick. We have an update tonight about the investigation into a Sudbury police shooting. The Special Investigations Unit wrapped up its on-site investigation Friday night. CTV's Ellen Everson has more.
CTV video of the scene shows damage from an axe to this police cruiser. The SIU confirms Greater Sudbury police were responding to a break-and-enter in progress just before 5:30 Friday morning. Upon arrival, officers encountered a man armed with an axe, and he made contact with one of the police vehicles. There was an interaction, and one officer discharged his firearm. The man was struck, and he was transported to hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now the SIU says it continues to interview witnesses and analyze the evidence. One subject has been designated, which is defined as an official whose conduct, in the SIU's director's opinion, may have caused the death. Two witness officials have been designated who, again, under the director's opinion, were involved in the incident. Greater Sudbury Police confirm the officers involved remain operational in patrol operations. The SIU has not released the name of the man who was shot by the officer and says, in accordance with legislation, it is prohibited from releasing the identities of anyone involved in its investigations. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
Despite ongoing efforts to find out who is behind a series of tire slashing incidents in the North Bay area, officials say no real leads have surfaced. Now a reward is being offered to help solve the mystery. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Unnecessary stress and disruption.
Frustrated police officials are asking for the public's help for information that will lead them to whomever is responsible for a number of tire slashing incidents that have targeted businesses, residents, and even the city.
We can't be everywhere. We're trying, but due to the random nature of this, we do need the public's assistance. 24 incidents dating back to 2020 remain under investigation. Officials believe it is the same person or group causing the damage throughout the city, and in one case, a neighboring community.
We have confirmed at least one related occurrence in our patrol zone, which highlights a need for a coordinated response.
Officers believe the individual or group live in the North Bay area. The random pattern of crimes have been committed at night through the cover of darkness. The last incident of tire slashing took place about a month ago.
Individual occurrences have ranged from 8 damaged tires to 700 damaged tires in a single incident.
The City of North Bay's Public Works Yard has been hit a handful of times, the first occurrence back in 2023.
The part that's most frustrating is it's putting important equipment out of work, and so there's projects that the city's working on that are now delayed, and this is a direct cost to the taxpayer.
Damage caused by the tire slashing is pegged at just under $1 million.
With the dollar value, this is probably one of the larger crimes that we've experienced in the area in a long time.
According to officials, a $10,000 reward earmarked in the city's budget is now being offered through Crime Stoppers for information that leads to the identification and arrest of the suspect or suspects.
Near North Crime Stoppers is committed to supporting the community in solving this case, and we thank the residents in advance for their diligence and cooperation.
Anonymous tips can be submitted online or by calling Crime Stoppers. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5. Rick has your full weather forecast. Plus, in the new year, producers of Blue Box Materials will take over the recycling program.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Welcome back. Certainly hope you had a great weekend. The telethon, simply amazing on Saturday evening. And of course, the goal well surpassed. Thanks to you. Thanks for watching and pledging over the weekend. Forecast radar, we've got some snow coming up and a lot of people wondering just how much. We'll get to some of those numbers coming up momentarily. This is what it's going to look like early tomorrow morning at around 9 and continuing throughout the day. Snow, blowing snow, squalls, etc. We're not going to like the word squall by the end of the winter season because we've had our fair share. Sudbury Nickel Belt, flurries and squalls tomorrow, 10 to 20 centimeters, -5 your high. Chance of flurries on Wednesday, -7, -9. Thursday, some sun and cloud. Friday, chance of flurries, -8, and chance of flurries again on Saturday at -11. But snow tomorrow. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, flurries, squalls, 5 to 10 centimeters, -4 your high. Chance of flurries Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Your highs -5, -6, and -8. The Sioux getting a lot of squall weather of late. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, flurries for tomorrow. -5 or -6 daytime high, 5 centimeters in the forecast. Chance of flurries Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Your highs -11, -10, and -13. Moving on over to Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake. Now flurries for tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters during the day, 2 to 4 centimeters later on in the evening, -5 your daytime high. Chance of flurries Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A lot of flurry activity in the forecast for tomorrow and this week. Daytime highs -8 Wednesday, -9 Thursday, and -11 on Saturday. Now, a look at North Bay, West Nipissing. Flurries again for tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters during the day, 2 to 4 at night, -3 your high. Chance of flurries Wednesday, sun and cloud Thursday, Friday. Chance of flurries more of the same on Saturday. Your highs -7 and 10. So Tony, make sure that blower is working tomorrow. You'll need it in the south end of Sudbury because it's going to snow 10 to 20 centimeters. Back to you.
I'm sure I'll put it to good use. Thanks, Rick. The Integrity Commissioner for the City of Timmins is recommending that 2 city councillors be reprimanded for making disparaging comments about another member. This was an investigation into what was said about Mayor Michelle Boileau in the news media after a council meeting last June. The Integrity Commissioner has ruled the comments made by councillors John Curley and Bill Guzdanovich implied the mayor withheld information from members of council. The Integrity Commissioner says the councillors' comments violate a section of the Conduct for Council and Committee Meetings. The matter is on tomorrow night's council agenda. In the new year, management of the residential Blue Box recycling program will transfer from municipalities to producers of the materials. To tell us more about what that will look like in Sudbury, here's CTV's Lindsay Alick.
Residents can expect minimal changes when Waste Management takes over recycling in the city in 2026.
Waste Management trucks will continue to collect their blue boxes at the same time that they're collecting the green cart material. And they will continue to have weekly collection. They can continue to use their existing containers, and they can continue to access their waste collection schedules from our WasteWise app or online tool.
Brownlee says the entire program, not just collection, is anticipated to save taxpayers $2.1 million annually.
Now the producers of packaging, retailers, consumer goods companies, quick service or fast food restaurants, those companies are now paying for and ultimately through Circular Materials operating the recycling system in Ontario. And I think that's a positive development and hopefully one that'll pave the way to see more and more recycled content show up in new products and packaging.
Circular Materials has been transitioning since 2023, and Langdon says for the most part it's gone really well and will continue to get easier for households in the new year.
Across the province, we'll have one standard list of materials accepted at curbside for recycling. And included in that list will be new materials like hot and cold beverage cups, deodorant and toothpaste tubes.
Brownlee says the changes are a step in the right direction, but that more changes need to be made in order to fix the fragmented system.
It's leaving us with quite a challenge to try to address the gap in service and provide blue box recycling services to those properties who won't be eligible.
Schools and nonprofit long-term care facilities won't be part of the program until 2031. Brownlee also notes some good news that the city will be able to keep the yellow box program, something other municipalities had to cancel for small businesses. Lindsay Alex, CTV News, Sudbury.
It's a popular fundraiser in North Bay coming up on CTV News at 5. Members and volunteers of the Royal Canadian Legion are selling meat pies. The money will help fund repairs. More people are making changes to be environmentally conscious. A group of Sudbury funeral homes is also helping extend those environmental choices after lives are over. CTV's Angela Gemmel explains.
So on the outside, this is where you're going to feel like the mushroom type of fibers. The inside does feel very different. It's a hardened fiber.
This funeral director explains the unique features of the latest casket option available in Sudbury.
It is very much for the environmentally conscious or somebody looking for a different option.
Developed by Dutch company Loop Biotech, the Loop Living Cocoon is made from parts of mushrooms called mycelium as well as hemp fibers. It takes 7 days to create one of these living coffins and 45 days for it to biodegrade naturally, enriching the soil and supporting biodiversity.
It's a very unique product to begin with. The feel of the casket, the inside just feels like a regular hardened kind of shell with a moss interior, whereas the outside actually feels like a mushroom.
Shrigley says the family who owns the Lougheed and Jackson and Barnard funeral homes in Sudbury wanted to provide an option that breaks down faster than a traditional one, which could take 10 to 15 years to start decomposing.
It's obviously one of the many things that we've done over the years to stay environmentally conscious as a company.
It was in September when the Mount Pleasant Group in Toronto became the first in Canada to offer these mushroom-grown coffins, which are 100% natural. It says the product reflects a growing demand for environmentally responsible end-of-life options and reinforces MPG's leadership in sustainable funeral practices. The mushroom-grown coffin costs about $5,000, which Shrigley says is mid-range for all the options available. There are provisions for green burials in the city's bylaws. There's just no designated area currently for them. In the end, the Lougheed say these coffins allow families to reflect their loved ones' commitment to the environment, even in death. Angela Gemmel, CTV News, Sudbury.
The annual Legion Meat Pie fundraiser in North Bay is wrapping up, and it's been a successful one, baking and selling 6,000 pies. Today was the second Meat Pie Baking Day every Monday and Wednesday since September 22nd. About 20 volunteers bake, package, and sell the pies. Orders come in from all across Ontario. Money from the sales go to maintain Royal Canadian Legion Branch 599. This year, the funds will be going to roof repairs and installation.
We did our first three bakes of 252 pies. They were sold out. Then we went to 264 a day. They were sold out for another 7 weeks. And we've been playing catch up ever since. And I'd like to stress to everybody, next year, please call ahead and put your order in.
And the Meat Pie fundraiser started in 1989 to send the West Ferris Legion Color Party to a convention in Niagara Falls. It was so popular, the delicious tradition continues. It's now time for our weekend wrap-up starting in the OHL. The Sudbury Wolves had a solid showing against the Sarnia Sting Friday night. They'd take the win 3-1. The Sioux Greyhounds were also playing at home Friday night. They thumped the Oshawa Generals 11-2. Things were not so great on the road for the North Bay Battalion Saturday. They were in Brantford, where the Bulldogs chewed through the troops 7-2. Sunday, the battalion would push the game to overtime, but the Niagara Ice Dogs come away with the win 2-1. The Wolves led their Sunday matinee through 2 periods, but allowed the Oshawa Generals 4 unanswered goals in the third, dropping that game 6-3. In the Sioux, the Greyhounds would have another high-scoring affair.
Here's a lead pass now as Brady Martin gets a breakaway. Martin going in on goal, a shot, great save, rebound, they score!
Brady Martin with a shorthanded goal in the second period. He'd score another in the third, helping the Hounds to a 7-2 victory over the Sarnia Sting. Martin is off to training camp for Canada's World Junior team. He has 5 goals and 11 assists for 16 points on the season so far. Martin was drafted in the first round by the Nashville Predators earlier this year. Martin is the only player from a northern team to make camp. The World Juniors will be hosted in Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota, starting Boxing Day. The Timmins Rock are on the move this week in the NOJHL standings, climbing up into second spot, just a point behind the Sudbury Cubs. The Rock are on a 12-game winning streak after a stellar weekend on the road. The Rock may have won their games, but the Blind River Beavers stole a point from them yesterday, forcing the Rock to overtime. That point making a difference today in the standings. They are helping a worthy cause. When we return, our cousins at Pure Country are holding their 8th annual diaper drive-by. You're watching First at 5.
Well, it's a big week, but especially a big day in Pure Country. Coop, it has been day number 1 of the Pure Country Diaper Drive-By in support of the Pregnancy Care Center and Infant Food Bank. Now, what's special is this is an initiative that's going just about all week long, actually, for Pure Country.
Yeah, today was day number 1. We're going to be back here again at the new Sudbury Center parking lot from noon until 7. And then Friday, Josh and I will be back again between 5:30 a.m. and 12 noon for the big finale. Our goal is 1,000 cases of diapers and wipes for the Pregnancy Care Center and Infant Food Bank. We did a really well for day number 1, but let me tell you, still a lot of work to be done to hit that 1,000 case mark.
Our center serves between 300 to 500 families per year. We see anywhere between 80 to 150 clients come in every month, and like I said, every client that comes in, they receive a couple of packs of diapers. So this drive is extremely important to the Infant Food Bank. Just extremely thankful for the Sudbury community that comes out each year. This is our 8th annual diaper drive, and it just amazes me, even on these frigidly cold days, people still come out and help us with this great cause.
Yeah, this is an initiative that really helps carry the Pregnancy Care Center and Infant Food Bank through a large portion of the year. And I mean, the response from the community has been absolutely incredible. But as Coop mentioned, yes, a lot more work to be done. Our afternoon host, Matt Brown, is actually going to be broadcasting live from the new Sudbury Center parking lot in Sudbury Wednesday afternoon. And then, we are back on Friday for that big finale. Both cases of diapers being accepted. There's wipes, but also monetary donations, too.
Yeah, monetary donations. You can drop off at any of the Shoppers Drug Mart locations in town. You can make a donation online. Many different ways for you to give. But would you help us reach that 1,000 case goal? I think we can do it.
Those details are posted at purecountry917.ca if you'd like to get some more info or listen on the air as well. You can find us 91.7 on the dial or by searching up Sudbury's Pure Country on the completely free iHeartRadio app.
Our first community close-up comes to us from Sault Ste. Marie. The paramedic toy drive was a great success on the weekend. The first responders collected more than $2,200 and also filled a truck with toys and hygiene items. All proceeds are going directly to the Christmas Cheer program in the Sioux. Well done. Last month, hundreds of people poured into the Pro-Cathedral of the Assumption's Parish Hall in North Bay. The Catholic Women's League of Canada held its traditional Christmas bazaar and tea and raised more than $11,000 for local and national charities. Great job. And to Timmins, and Celeste Levy is the latest recipient of the Heart of Gold Award. She was selected for her contributions to music and Francophone culture. The award goes to someone who has made a positive impact on the community and for outstanding accomplishments. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And finally, the annual Christmas telethon here at CTV is in the books for another year. And on the weekend, you came through again to help put a smile on a child's face. CTV's Amanda Hicks has more.
This is Christmas. Yes, Christmas, my dear.
The 77th CTV Lions Christmas Telethon saw 40 performances and numerous donations, both in person and by phone, along with hundreds of hours of hard work. It all added up to a grand total of $357,742, surpassing the original goal of $325,000.
It was great. All the help we could have from 15 Lions clubs in the area, and especially the crew at CTV here in Sudbury, was just wonderful. Everybody working together to make it happen.
And while the music has stopped, the work is far from over.
We start preparing as the first Monday after the telethon, and the toys comes from Toronto to us too. Too many volunteers. Telethon itself, we start in August, our meetings, and even telethon is done, we don't finish till the end of May. So the only break we have is June and July.
This week, 60 to 80 volunteers will begin sorting 16,000 toys over the course of 3 days. On Saturday morning, all of these presents will be delivered to ensure children in at least 10,000 families have a present to open on Christmas.
The area we covered is from the Sault, Elliott Lake, Manitoulin Island, all the way up to Anabing Fall, all the way down to Temiskaming by North Bay on the Quebec side.
Curry says he is grateful to the community for opening their hearts and their wallets, but encourages all to honor their pledge so their act of kindness can reach every family. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
Yes, it was a great day, and there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.